All right, hi everybody. I wanted to do another project with you today, and I wanted to do another origami project. I had a lot of people really like this, and this is something that has been around a long time. So I'm gonna start by, I need a square piece of paper. So I show you how to make the square piece of paper first. I'm gonna take my rectangular piece of paper, no matter what size paper you're working with, this trick will work. And I folded it diagonally so that these two edges line up. And I'm gonna take a pencil and trace that, and so now I have a line that I can cut on, and this will leave me with a piece of paper that is square. Most origami projects call for starting with a square piece of paper, so I can get that out of the way. Now I already have it folded diagonally once, and I'm going to fold it again going the other way. So let me just draw, sometimes this helps. If I draw a line on here, it helps you see that fold a little better. Here in person, I can tell where it's at, but the camera might not be showing it to you very well. Now I'm going to fold it again diagonally, but in the opposite direction. So I end up with this nice X on here. And I'm going to do that again. You don't have to draw these lines that I'm doing with pencil. That's just to help me see where I'm folding. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take every corner and fold it toward the middle. I'm not actually going to touch the middle. I always like to back off a little bit, because with this project and a lot of other origami projects, you don't want your papers, your folds touching. So if you can see here, there's a little bit of a gap between these two triangles that I just folded. So I'm just going to keep rotating it and folding these flaps toward the middle. They're not actually touching the middle. And so I have a little gap between all of those. Now this would be a good spot for you to pause the video and make sure, or do all four of those until you get it right. If you don't have it right or it seems kind of sloppy, unfold it, try it again. Now what I'm going to do, go ahead and pause the video, but now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over, and I'm kind of doing the exact same thing. So you might not be able to see it, so I'm going to draw them again. But I have creases right here from that first time I folded my paper. And I'm going to take each one of these flaps and I'm folding it toward the middle. Again, I don't want to go all the way to the middle. I want to leave a little gap between each one of these triangles, because later on I'm going to want this to open and close and fold and do all kinds of other stuff. So I'm going around, just rotating my paper and folding each one of these in towards the middle. So I'm just going to press that down, and that's kind of it. So you might want to pause the video. I'm not going to do all four of those and make sure you get it right until you do this next step. If you're ready for the next step, all we're going to do is we are going to fold it in half. So I'm going to take this whole side and fold it to this side, and I'm going to smush it down real good. This is one of those projects where it opens and closes and you play games with it and do different things. And so I'm going to make sure all these corners have been creased real nice. I'm going to open it back up, rotate it, and do it again. And that should be good. I'm just pressing on all of those. And so I have this, and you're going to need to kind of finagle this. But if I'm holding it up to you, I don't know if this is going to make sense, but you're going to have to kind of smush it. But it's going to give you these little pockets underneath where you can push your fingers in there and kind of form it into the shape that you want. And you can do all kinds of different games with this. You can use it for math problems where you write different numbers on here and then decide if you're going to add or divide or multiply or subtract. Of course, people do fortune teller stuff with it where you write numbers or you write colors on the outside and ask people to pick. So give it a try. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you figure out neat things to do with it. You can also create like a little puppet with it that talks. and I hope you're doing well. All right, guys, have a good one.